Hi, I'm Dr. Bloom, and I'm going to be helping you with your eye examination today. Nice to meet you. Now, when was the last time that you had an eye examination? All right. Now, I'm just going to be asking you a few basic questions. Yes. I know that reception gathered all of your personal details, but I just want to ask you a few questions regarding your eyesight and the health of your eyes. Is that all right? Great. Okay. Now, are there any problems that you've been experiencing with your eyes or your vision, no matter how small, how minor? Okay. And how long has that been going on? Okay, not too long then. Okay. Now, do you notice that this occurs mainly when you're viewing things that are a great distance away from you or more up close? Okay. Now, are there any, is there a history of any eye health problems in your family or any vision concerns in your family? All right. So just the one relative. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. Now, is there any pain at all or any unusual discharge or anything like that? No? Okay. That's great. That's always good to hear. Yeah, usually if there's anything like that, we would need to do more of an in-depth examination just to gauge that there's no infection or permanent damage that's been done to the cornea, the retina, things like that. Okay? Now, have you ever worn glasses or contacts, anything like that? Okay. All right. Well, that's wonderful. Those are all the questions I have to ask you. I may have more for you throughout the examination, but for now, those are all the preliminary ones I have to ask. What I'm going to do today, there's nothing to worry about. None of this is going to be painful whatsoever. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a physical examination of your eye. So I'll be shining a light just to kind of get a feel for the shape of the eye and the condition of the cornea, that sort of thing. And, oh yes, it won't be uncomfortable whatsoever. And then once we do that, we'll proceed with the vision portion of the test. So I'll be having you test your vision for both eyes, and then each eye, one at a time. And we'll be using various vision aids. For example, I'll be using a chart for one section of the test, and then possibly different colors for another section. All right? Now, have you had any problems seeing any colors or any kind of mild color blindness in the past? No. Okay. All right, well, we're going to get started then. So for this first portion, I'm just going to take a look at your right eye and then take a look at the left and view the condition of the eye itself, and just to make sure there's no irritation or redness or swelling, that sort of issue. Okay. Great. Okay. So I'll need you to sit still for me and just stare right ahead. Kind of look at me, and then I'll be using just kind of a mild, kind of subtle light. Okay. Nothing too alarming. Great. Okay. I'm going to take a look look at the right eye first. Alright, now I'm going to have you just kind of look up for me. Just kind of move your eye upward if you can. Great. Alright, everything looks great here. Now we'll take a look at the left eye. Take another look up for me. Just kind of glance up and to the side a bit. Yeah, just kind of move your eye if you can. Kind of look in the direction off to the left. Okay, wonderful. Okay. The only issue of concern I can see is that your eyes look just a bit irritated. Do you use the computer quite a bit? Okay. Well, sometimes extended computer viewing the monitor can make your eyes a bit irritated and agitated and red. So, and also lack of sleep. So if you're not getting enough sleep, that will of course do it. I'm going to give you some basic over-the-counter eye drops. I'm going to recommend them to you, and I'm going to give you a little sample bottle so that you can give them a try, okay? Okay. Wonderful. Okay, so for this next portion, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just have you look at this eye chart that I have right here on the wall behind me. And here, I'll move off to the side a bit. Okay? So all I want you to do for this is I just want you to read the line that I instruct you to read and to the best of your ability. And then we'll move on, okay? Great. Alright. So I'd like for you to read the third line here. Okay. I'd like for you to read this fourth line here. Wonderful. Okay, now the fifth line right here. Great. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to have you just, using your hand, just cover your right eye for me. And I want you to look at the chart again. And can you read this line for me right here? Great. And this line. Wonderful. Okay, now I'd like you to remove your hand and cover up your left eye, please. Terrific. Okay, now read this line for me. Alright, and now read this line. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to use another chart now, and I'm actually going to move it closer toward you so that we can check that field of vision. Alright? And I just want you to look straight at the chart, and I'd like for you to read, I'd like you to read to me what this says right here. Okay? And then I'd like you to read out loud what this says to me. Fantastic. Alright, now I have have a color chart here, and I'm just going to ask you to tell me the various colors that I point to you, okay? To the best of your ability again. Alright. Okay. This color. Great. This color. Fantastic. How about this color? Wonderful. Now, as we were conducting all of these tests, was there any discomfort or pain that you experienced when trying to view the various visual aids? Okay. I did notice that you were squinting a bit during the chart portion of the test when I was having you read the various letters from the chart. So I am going to give you a prescription for eyeglasses or contacts. Just a very mild prescription because I don't think there's much vision loss there at all, just a bit. And if you do continue to squint as you try to view things, you may notice that you'll start to develop headaches and that sort of thing, and you'll damage your vision even further. So I do recommend that you get just a mild prescription of eyeglasses, okay? And what I'll do is I'll actually write it out for you right now, and then you can go ahead and take this to our optician here in the office. Give her about a week or two, and she'll go ahead and she'll go ahead and customize the glasses for you, and then you can choose from a variety of different frames at that point as well. Alright? I think that's actually the next available appointment we have. We've been quite busy, so. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and forward this prescription to her so you don't need to worry about that. And you can just go in and choose the type of frames that you'd like, or, is there a preference? Would you prefer frames or contact lenses? Either or, okay. Maybe we'll set it up so you can have one of each, and that way, and we have a variety of different contact options as well. We have some that last an entire month, while others you have to change out daily, so it all depends. And she'll go over all of that with you when you have the consultation with her, alright? I'm also going to give you a bottle of eye drops that I mentioned, and those will just help to kind of keep your eye moistened and hydrated, and so you won't have to worry about that dryness. Now, have you noticed any sort of itchiness or anything? Okay. Well, I just say that because sometimes it can be related to allergies. When was the last time you saw an allergist or spoke with your primary care physician about possible allergies? Never have? Okay. Well, I do recommend that maybe you go in to see your primary care physician, or even just directly see an allergist, because if there is itchy and watery eyes, that can a lot of times be related to allergies, even seasonal allergies. Okay, yeah, because your eyes did look a bit irritated. It's better to be safe than sorry. Okay, well that's all then. Are there any other questions that I can answer for you? Yeah, when you go in to see the optician, she'll be able to go over a variety of different frames with you, and it depends upon which frame you choose, how much your insurance will cover. But I can see what type of insurance you have, so vast majority of the time I know that they do cover a good portion of the frames, if not all of them, so you'll be good. Yeah, you'll be covered. Okay. All right. Well, if you do decide you want to see an allergist about the itchy, watery eye issue, I'll go ahead. You know what? I'll go ahead and put in the name of the allergist and her phone number just in case you want to give her a call. She's my personal allergist and she's wonderful. So I'll go ahead and put that information in the packet I have for you that contains all of the other information that I'm going to give you today. Okay? Okay. Well, wonderful. It was great seeing you, and yeah, you'll come back in a couple weeks and get your new frames and your contacts, okay?